Hey everybody, my name's Carlo Libertini and thanks for hanging out with me today. In this video, we're going to do something really creative, leveraging the power of Melodyne's polyphonic waveform editing, being able to really plot out complex waveforms into their individual notes, and its audio to MIDI capabilities. And we're going to extract some audio from one of these tracks and create a whole new track from it. Now, if you haven't tried this before, I think you're really going to enjoy it. Let's get started. Now, to do so, my first tip, for example, I've chosen to work with the acoustic guitar here. It has some really nice rhythmic and melodic elements and a performance value to it that I like. Let's take a listen to the beginning of this song that we've been working with. We've got a tremolo guitar in one ear and panned in the other. We have an acoustic guitar. Nice, clean audio. All right, let's get started. My first tip would be to duplicate the track completely here. So now I have two copies of the acoustic guitar. Why? Because I'm going to go in there and do some heavy editing. So I want to preserve the original one so I can use that one for the actual mixing and one track for the actual audio to MIDI that we're going to create right now. Now I don't want to do the whole track right now. Let's take it up to about let's do verse 1 just for this example. So here we have the acoustic guitar up to verse 1. I've selected it. Now, depending on your DAW that you're using, this might be a little bit different. But we're going to leverage audio random access capabilities here in Studio One Pro. And I'm going to choose Control M as my keyboard command. And we're going to take that acoustic guitar performance and import it into Melodyne, where you can see using polyphonic waveform technology, it has been examined for us and brought out in its raw entirety. I just never get tired of seeing this. Every note for you. All right, now, before we convert this to MIDI, I want to remove the elements within this file that I don't want converted to MIDI. I just want to get the bulk of the musical content. Now, you may not get it right the first time. You can always go back and re-edit this as you go along. But let's see how much we can get done in this first take. Let's work with the acoustic guitar. Let's take these notes. G, A, and C. All right, so everything above and below those notes, there's different ways to do this, I understand, depending on how you approach your audio editing. I'd love to hear more about it. If you have some comments or questions at any time, just feel free to leave them below. We answer all of them for everybody. Every question you have is very important to us. And so, as you can see, I'm generally taking a bulk of the audio away. That's why we duplicated the track. Now, you want to be very careful, but I'm going in there and just taking swaths of audio. I'm removing the stuff we don't want converted to MIDI. All right, and these two notes here. So what we're left with here are the bulk of the notes G, A, and C in this acoustic performance. It's going to sound a little hollow and phasey when you play it back, but again, that's why we duplicated it. So we have an original copy to continue mixing with. Interesting, isn't it? So what you're hearing now is every one of these notes is going to get assigned a MIDI note. And you can see already up here in our track that when Melodyne analyzes audio, it automatically gives you the MIDI conversion for you. That's what these little yellow dashes in this track example are giving us. Now, when you're done editing your audio, and again, it doesn't have to get it right the first time. You can go back and continue editing as you go along. Let's now create an instrument track right here, and we'll call it something easy to remember. New instrument. Let's see. We'll just abbreviate quickly like that. Okay, so all you've got to do now is take this file that's been edited by Melodyne and drag it down on your instrument track, and there is the MIDI notes. You can see that we've got the G, the A, and the C notes here splayed out for us, just like that. Audio to MIDI, quick, fast, and super easy. But this is where the real fun takes place. Now we're going to insert a virtual instrument here. You can use any instrument of your choice. I have quite a few here. Actually, I'll pick one of my favorites, FabFilter, and let's bring that in and just drag it on the track. Now, FabFilter, where you're using this virtual instrument for this example, is going to play back the audio to MIDI conversion, the notes, the information that we extracted from an acoustic guitar performance. Let's take a listen to what we've got now. Here we go. So hopefully you can kind of sense the potential here. It is following along rhythmically and musically with the acoustic guitar. Let's bring in the original acoustic guitar. I'm going to keep the one that we extracted all that data from muted. I already think that's absolutely groundbreaking. The fact that we could leverage the power of polyphonic waveform editing and reach into acoustic guitar performance like this and extract just the musical notes that we wanted, apply it to an instrument track, take your favorite virtual instruments, and wow. Now let's try to find something that would really complement this. Let's say I wanted to add some kind of keyboard or a pad texture to this. Let's go to our presets. Actually, let's go to keys. And let's start with, this one sounds nice, Dreams of Piano. Oh, doesn't that sound nice? Let's add a little delay here. A little more reverb. Wow, I'm gonna take the phaser off. There we go. All right, wow, already. Let's hear the whole track so far without, obviously, the acoustic guitar that we extracted the MIDI from. Does that sound amazing? Hopefully you're really able to conceptualize this for yourselves and follow along.
Anytime you'd like, I'd make the world stand still.
Let's let it play out. I didn't edit any of this. I just literally deleted notes from the original acoustic performance.
It's so strange the way it rearranges.
And it seems to be fitting for the most part.
Life's so confusing,
let's see what happens here when
the losing, but
goes to the bridge.
Stuck with it. And I've made tragic mistakes. I've had more than I can take.
Wow. Holy cow. It still blows me away every time I do this. Now you can start having fun. Let's open up Twin 3 here by FabFilter again. And again, you could be using any virtual instrument that you want. There's literally so many to choose from. And let's go back to Dreams of Piano. Let's try something else. Marvin the Meek. It's a good name. That's so cool. Let's see what we got. Memories, Prism Keys. So what I'm doing basically is finding a preset that I feel would really jive with this, the texture and the feel and emotion of the song. Now, if you remember the beginning of this, I said that the acoustic guitar not only had some melodic elements, but a rhythmic one to it itself. It almost sounds, I mean, Melodyne's also we're taking the rhythmic performance of that acoustic guitar and it's converting it to MIDI, you know, with the conversion. And it's really adding a little bit of movement is what I feel we're getting from this now by utilizing this method and applying it to this virtual instrument. It does add something interesting. And this track did not exist. We manifested this track by extracting that data from the acoustic guitar with Melodyne. Let's try another one. Here, let me take the tremolo guitar out. Let's go back to Dreams of Piano. All right, and let's see. Here is our acoustic guitar again that we created. This track is muted though right now. These are the notes. Every one of these, the audio, let me bring this in again, has been converted to MIDI. And just like that. Now you could actually open up your MIDI editor and go in here and actually move these notes around. You can change the length of them, the velocities. You can add notes to this. So this method is kind of a good way of jumpstarting your creativity. It can get you a bulk of the way there. Now this worked out really, really well. Don't be afraid if it doesn't sound right the first time. Maybe you got to go back and maybe you deleted a few too many notes or not enough. There are ways to manage Melodyne to help you with the detection. But of course, I wanted to show you the process of how easy and the kind of results you can get quickly doing it this way. But yes, you're not limited to what you get at all. You could just open up your MIDI in a MIDI editor like this and continue adding to it. So as far as workflow is concerned, this is a really advantage because this works with drums. You could convert vocals to MIDI and trigger some instruments and tones and textures that way. And as we saw here, we extracted audio from the acoustic guitar, put it onto a new instrument track, and voila. And it does add something tender.
Anytime you'd like, I'd make the world stand still.
You know what I'd like to do is, here's our track. I'm going to, because I'm really motivated right now, I'm going to send this to its own effects channel right here. And let's add a little, let's get some Pro R in here. Yes, and let's really send this to a reverb, create some space. I'm motivated. We're working now. I'm really washing that in reverb. All right, I wanted to hear a little bit more of a lush effect in there. We're mixing this now. This is leveraging the power of polyphonic waveform editing and audio to MIDI, available to you in Melodyne today.
The world stand still. Talk to you all through the nighttime. You know that I always
Let's see how it goes.
It's so strange the way it
So I pulled out the tremolo guitar and replaced it with this new virtual instrument that we created from the acoustic guitar.
The winning and the losing, but we're stuck with it.
It's a change.
And I've made tragic mistakes. I've had more than I can take.
And there you have it. But of course, the best way is to always find out for yourself. My name is Carlo Libertini. Thank you for watching. Stay busy and stay creative, everyone, and have a great day.